All right, shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, Rakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the mighty Akim Wathim who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another short lesson. All right, today's lesson, it's going to be a bit of a lesson, but also a bit of a fast request, prayer request, whatever you want to call it. Both, maybe both. All right, where what I'm asking for, I'm really asking for deliverance. All right, that's really what's on my mind. That's the number one thing on my my prayer list right now, and it's just deliverance. I'm sick and tired of Esau's society, Esau's corruption, Esau's wickedness. You know, there's never peace with Esau. It's always corruption and wickedness. It's always, how do we keep on ruining our people, or our own people, and the Israelites' lives as well. Okay, because they're screwing their people over as well. They're just collateral damage to them. All right, but basically, the thing that I really want to say right now is just pray and fast that we're delivered that much sooner, because it's really it grows increasingly harder and harder to want to stay in this society. Like this society is just it's wicked, it's evil. Okay, I don't want to. Let me see if I can get this. Bear with me one moment. Slakia, if any brother knows the precept, it basically there was a brother that there was a precept where it says, "I hate the day that I was born." All right, I forgot where it was at. All right, whatever. I don't remember. Slakia. But if you know, remember the precept, definitely post it in the comments. But basically, hating the day that you were born, that's a big thing. Where life in this society is so wicked, it's so evil. Like nobody likes living. All right, really, it's that terrible. It's that egregious. It's that miserable for everyone in this society, where what you have to look forward to is working 5 days a week, 2 days of rest, several hours, multiple jobs, juggling a whole bunch of different responsibilities. Okay, no help. Sometimes you're just by yourself. All right, it's literally this miserable to live in, and in general, it's like that's not living. Basically, it's not how we should live, or how anyone should live. All right, there should be a time for rest. But that's the thing, where it's gotten to the point where a lot of people need to work 7 days a week, and there's no day where they can just say, okay, well, I get to rest, I get to relax. All right, it's just always So let me get that. Let me get that. Baruch chapter 3. Verse 8. But behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. All right. So yeah, we're subject to payments. We have to. We're never allowed any rest, because we have to constantly make enough money in order to pay for all the several bills that we have to pay for. Or we have bills for our phone bill, electric bill, water bill, rent, more and more bills. All right, insurance, car, whatever. Or you have to pay for all this type of stuff, and it's never easier. It's never it never gets easier. It never gets just, there's never any time to relax, because you have to make enough money. When in all honesty, most jobs pay minimum wage. All right, so because you pay minimum wage, because you get paid minimum wage, all right, you don't have enough, and all that money makes you have to say, okay, well, now you have to spend even more time working to find multiple jobs in order to pay for all your bills. All right, the cost of living is going up, while people's paychecks are not increasing in proportion to the cost of living. All right, so yeah, like a lot of people, they have to get multiple jobs. The YAHAWAH, I haven't needed to get 2 jobs, all right, myself, but just in general, for people, the average person, they do have to get multiple jobs in order to get by in life. All right, and that's the sad reality of it, where you have so many people that live alone. All right, and they have to take care of themselves. Okay, like it's never enough. It's never enough for them to take care of themselves. All right, it's never enough for them to it's never enough for them to be able to live comfortably. All right, and that's the thing, where we're slowly becoming slaves, because all of our hours are just dedicated to working. All right, there's no time to relax and have any type of hobbies to ourselves, which hey, that's not any type of living that we should be doing. That's not living. All right, as it's basically trying to turn us into robots. All right, where we're just a robot of doing some work, doing the job, not fulfilling our own desires, because the Lord makes us have things that we want to do, but instead of doing the stuff that we want to do, we have to spend all that time working. All right, now we don't have any dedicated hobbies. All right, or we don't have any time for our own hobbies and whatnot. All right, again, it's like that's how miserable people are. All right, continuing on. Yeah, so that's why I say, pray to the Lord and ask the Lord to hasten the days. Because it's very miserable. Bear with me, Slocky. I'm trying to get more precepts. Matthew chapter 24, verse 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. All right, so that's the thing, where, the days are going to be shortened. The time of our suffering are going to be accelerated, or instead of like 100 days, now it's 90 days, or instead of 90 days, it's 50. But that's the thing. We don't know how many days are left. We don't know how many days. No man knows the time, the day or hour. All right. That's why we're waiting for YAHAWAH to determine. Okay, you know what? Now it's time to deliver mine elect. All right. And we're waiting for that day to come. All right. We're waiting for the Lord to get us out of here. And on top of that, as time goes on, it's lucky, because that's another thing that reminded me of a brother's lesson. And he was just talking about it. You have a guerrilla Hebrew, former guerrilla Hebrew, or whatever he goes by now, talking about he's not no doomsday prophet, and the reason why he's not a doomsday prophet, because he doesn't want this society to end. He has money, all right. There was all that money he's making from YouTube, and then he's making money with that Cash App from donations and stuff like that. All right, all the money that he's making, taken from people, people funding his lifestyle. All right, where he doesn't have to work. All he has to do is just, let me preach and teach, and then talk about the Bible, talk about whatever. Because I don't even know what he does now. All right, but he's just talking. All right, and he's making money off of that. All right, either people are donating to him, or he's getting YouTube ads or whatnot. All right, we're not supposed to be doing that. All right, the scriptures clearly speak out against that. But yet, so while he's making money doing all that, all right, the people that are funding his lifestyle, they are still poor. They're still working these 9-to-5 jobs, while he just gets to, I get to freaking sit down in my mansion after camp and relax. All right, I wish I could do that. I wish I didn't have to worry about, when's the next time I need to freaking get some food, get some money for food, get some money for rent, get some money from all this stuff. All right, but this dude just, as soon as he finishes his obligation of making a video or whatever, for I don't know what his schedule was, but as soon as he finishes that obligation, okay, well, I'm done. I don't need to do anything. I'm gonna go do whatever. I'm gonna go enjoy my life. I'm gonna go enjoy my money. Go buy some Hellcats or whatever, or stuff like that. I even heard former Deacon Hakal, I think Priest Hakal, I think that's what he calls himself now, talking about how he has, or showing off his cars and whatnot. He has a lot of money. And it's not even what this is about. I'm not even trying to pocket watch, but I'm just trying to illustrate the point that for us, it's like this is for the realistic people, the realistic Israelites, all right, that don't have money like that. We literally have to work hard to get everything, just to get by. Whereas you got other Israelites that are taking advantage of the people that are not as knowledgeable in the scriptures. All right, we're being taken advantage of, being funded, and it's just so miserable to be in this society where we have to pray and fast and ask the Lord, Yahawadah, please get us out of here. Like, I am done. I've been done with this society. I've been done with this kingdom. Like, I do not want to be here anymore. I'm literally done. Okay? Like, I suffered all the stuff. I got all the lessons you told me, you taught me. Like, even then, even though we're not done with all the lessons, we still haven't grown enough. All right? Because we haven't finished growing until the Lord says we're finished growing. But we're still waiting for the Lord to tell us, it's time to go and whatnot. So that's why we have to pray and fast and get all the things that the Lord wants us to know already so that we can get out of here. All right? Finish learning all the lessons. All right? Like this is, it's genuinely miserable. All right? Plus, on top of that, as I said before, as I mentioned before briefly, you have corruption. Right? Corruption, or it's like people abusing their power. Now, how many different times have you heard of people talking about what they do in these in the Diddy parties and stuff like that? Who attended those Diddy parties and have gotten away with it? Because no one's talking about them. Oh, P. Diddy is in trouble, but what happened to everyone else that knew of all the stuff? Okay, like it's always just a slap on the wrist or no judgment coming to them at all to begin with. They just get to sidestep responsibility. They don't even get addressed in it in the first place. Now, that's how unfair the society is. But let one of a regular person that's an Israelite, get in trouble for that type of stuff, and then okay, well, get 50 years to life. All right, and there have been, and even lots of there's a statistic that says, number one, a lot of the people that are in jail, are in prison, in jail for crimes that they did not commit. I forgot what percentage. And on top of that, what's it called? So-called black people, or more specifically Israelites, not just so-called black people, but Hispanics and Native Americans as well, are disproportionately incriminated or prosecuted more harshly compared to Edomites. All right, so you have those two pieces of information, those two very vital pieces of information that lets you know that this system does not work, or it works. Like it does work. It works exactly how it's supposed to do, and it's meant to oppress the Israelites. All right, so of course things are going to be so unfair and unrighteous. All right, where we're being destroyed and we're being made miserable continuously. All right, and this is not our rest. Let me actually get that in Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Okay, this world is polluted. This land is polluted. We're not supposed to be seeking. Oh yeah, I want a mansion in this society. I want a house, picket fence, the American dream, whatever. All right, whatever you want to call it. All right, I want everything here. I want a house. I want my car. I want all these nice things paid off and all this stuff. No, this is not where we're supposed to be ending things. We're not supposed to be ending it in Esau society. We're supposed to be ending it in the kingdom. Go after the kingdom. All right, and everything shall be added onto you. That's in Matthew chapter 6. Let's get that. Matthew chapter 6 verse 31. Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed? For after all these things do the Gentiles seek. For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need for all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahawah and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. All right. So that's basically the thing where seek after the kingdom first and foremost, above all else. All right. And then the Lord's gonna provide you with your needs of food, a roof over your head, and all that, and all these other stuff. Okay, your necessities in this world are gonna be fulfilled while we're waiting for the Lord to deliver us. All right, because we're not waiting to say, oh yeah, I want $1 million. I want $1 million in this society. I want a mansion. I want women. I want this, that, and the third. No, that's not what we're supposed to be waiting for. We're supposed to be waiting for YAHAWAH to to deliver us. And that should be our #1 priority, being delivered and getting right with Yahawadah so that He may choose us and allow or make us a part of the elect. You want to be a part of the elect so that the Lord will take you in those chariots, okay? As the scriptures say, okay? Let's get that. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 21, there shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. Okay? So if you're not wicked, then you don't have to worry about any evil falling upon you. Alright? But what makes someone righteous? What makes someone just? Alright? It's just keeping the laws, statute, commandments, or sucking at the laws, statute, commandments. It's following the words of Yahawadah. Not being wicked, not going after carnal desires, not defrauding things or trying to seek after wickedness. All right, seek after the world. Like that's what we're looking for. That's what we are striving for. All right, and that's how we're going to be delivered through faith and the mercy of Yahawadah. So with that, again, just to fully reiterate, the main point I wanted to do this video was just to say, please pray, fast and pray for the end of this society. Okay, don't be asking for I want a house that's paid off. I want a car that's paid off. I want this, that, and the third. I want $1 million. Like, yes, of course we need that. Of course we need those things. Sure, I acknowledge that. But above all that, you're not going to keep that stuff. Okay, you're not going to take your house with you into the kingdom. You're not going to take your car, your whatever. All right, leave the world behind, as that movie said. Okay, where our main goal is just to get right with Yahawadah, so that when it's time to be delivered, all right, then the Lord's going to take care of you. All right, so with that, I pray this lesson was edifying, and again, fast and pray for the end of the society. All right, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakwakwadah. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, Abad and Shalom.